morning, students. It is good to get back you to the YouTube module. We have already seen a short summary of the poem in the first part. Today, we are going to see the vivid explanation of the poem. Our Casuarina tree by Toru Dutt is a symbolic poem. The tree stands for a symbolic representation of Toru's past memory about lost friendships and lost childhood. This poem is in the form of an ode. The Casuarina tree holds a special place in the heart of Toru Dutt because it was under the same tree she and her friends played. Her own younger siblings also had spent a lot of time under the tree. They had died. The tree had become a symbol of their everlasting friendship. So, the tree is enduring to the poet. The poem contains 5 stanzas, each with 11 lines. The rhyme scheme of each stanza is A, B, B, A, C, D, D, C, E, E, E. Dear students, now let's go into the poem. Before that, a short note about the poet. Toru Dutt was an Indian women poet who wrote in English and French. Toru was the youngest child after her sister Aru and brother Abju. The family became Christians in 1862 and left for the continent, first France and then England. Toru met and befriended with Mary Martin, the daughter of Reverend John Martin of Sydney, Sussex College. The friendship that developed between the two girls at this time continued in their correspondence after Toru's return to India. A collection of Toru Dutt's correspondence includes her letters written from England to her cousins in India. Now let's get into the poem. Like a huge python winding round and round, the rugged trunk indented deep with scars, up to its very summit near the stars, a creeper climbs in whose embraces, bound, no other tree could live. But gallantly the giant wears the scarf, and flowers are hung in crimson clusters, all the boughs among, whereon all day are gathered bird and bee. And oft at nights the garden overflows with one sweet song that seems to have no close, sung darkling from our tree while men repose. Now let's see the explanation for this stanza. Like a huge snake, the python, the creeper winds round and rugged trunk of the Casuarina tree. Python is a snake. Here you could see the comparison. The creeper is compared to the python. The creeper has cast deep scars on the tree trunk up to the top of the tree. Any other tree bound by such strong creeper would have perished. So the poet says that the creeper has cast deep marks on the tree trunk. Not only that, no other tree could perish with a strong creeper. But the brave and courageous majestic Casuarina tree wears the creepers like a scarf with crimson clusters of flowers hanging from its branches. The tree was a home to all birds and insects like bees which gathered during the day. Not only that, the tree was a home for different birds and insects like bee. At night, a sweet song overflowed from the tree without end till the dawn, which helped the people to relax and sleep in peace. Now let's go to the second stanza. When first my casement is wide open thrown, at dawn, my eyes delighted on it rest. Sometimes, and most in winter, on its crest, a grey baboon sits like a statue alone, watching the sunrise while on lower boughs his puny offspring leap about and play. And far and near kokilas hailed the day, and to their pastures went our sleepy cows, and in the shadow on the broad tank cast by that hoar tree, so beautiful and vast, the lilies spring like snow enmassed. Let's see the meaning of the stanza. When Toru opens her window in the morning, she delights at the sight of the Casuarina tree. During the winter season, a grey baboon, it's a monkey, sits like a statue on the top of the branches, watching the sunrise. On the lower branches, the small and skinny offspring of the monkey jump about and play. All around the tree, the kokilas, that is the songbirds, like cuckoo or nightingale, sing sweetly to welcome the morning. The sleepy, lethargic cows make way to their pastures. The lazy cows, lethargic means lazy. The lazy cows make their way to the pastures, and in the broad shade cast by the beautiful and big tree on the water tank, water lilies bloom as if a mass of snow is spread. It was a beautiful sight to see the lilies spread like snow. Now let's go to the third stanza. But not because of its magnificence, dear is the Casuarina to my soul. Beneath it we have played, though years may roll, O sweet companions, loud with love intense. For your sakes shall the tree be ever dear. Blent with your images, it shall arise in memory till the hot tears blind mine eyes. What is that dirge-like murmur that I hear like the sea breaking on a shingle beach? It is the tree's lament, an airy speech, that haply to the unknown land may reach. Let's see the explanation. The magnificence or the grandeur of the tree is not the reason why the Casuarina tree is dear to the poet. It's not that the gigantic and majestic look of the tree attracted the poet. Then what could be the reason the poet was so attached to the Casuarina? Underneath the tree, she had played with her loving companions. Though many years have passed away, the memories of the loved companions makes the tree dear to Toru. The tree is symbolic of the dear ones, for in the tree the poet sees her dead brothers and sisters. The tree makes her recall nostalgic memories which bring tears and blind the poet's eye. What is a song she hears like a lament, which sounds like waves lashing on the rocky shore? It is the sorrowful cry of the tree, a terrible cry, which will be heard even in the unknown lands. So the poet feels that even though she moves from her native, she could hear the song, the cry of the tree. Now let's go to the fourth stanza. Unknown, yet well known to the eye of faith. Ah, I have heard that wail far, far away, in distant lands, by many a sheltered bay, when slumbered in his cave the water wraith, and the waves gently kiss the classic shore of France or Italy. Beneath the moon, when earth lay tranced in the dreamless swoon, and every time the music rose, before mine in a vision rose a form sublime. Thy form, O tree, as in my happy prime, I saw thee in my own loud native clime. The meaning of the stanza. To the eye of the spirit, the sorrowful form and the song of the tree was clear and well known. The poet was able to hear the song in the distant lands to which she has travelled. Though Toru has travelled to distant lands, she could hear the song of the tree. as she sat by the river or the seaside. She heard the voice of the tree. The spirit of the water lay asleep in the cave, as the waves gently lashed on the magnificent shores of France and Italy under the moon. Toru, as she was sitting on the riverside or on the seaside, she could feel, she could hear the spirit of the water lay asleep in the cave, and those gentle waves, they lashed on the seashore of France and Italy under the moon, that makes her feel the song of the Casuarina tree. The earth appeared to be lost in the state of dream. It was at that time the music rose before the inner eye of the poet. The sublime form of the tree made its appearance. Toru saw the tree as she saw it in her childhood in her own native land, even though she is not there in her native land now, but she could feel the Casuarina tree as if she was in her own native land. Now let's go to the last stanza. Therefore I fain would consecrate a lay unto thy honor, tree, beloved of those who now in blessed sleep for a repose. Dearer than life to me, alas, were they. Mayest thou be numbered when my days are done, with deathless trees like those in Borrowdale, under whose awful branches lingered pale fear, trembling hope and death, the skeleton, and time the shadow. And though weak the verse that would thy beauty fain, O fain rehearse, may love defend thee from oblivion's curse. Let's see the explanation. Therefore, Toru that decided in all earnest and eagerness to consecrate the memory of the tree in the form of the poem. So, the deep thoughts of the tree make the poet to write a wonderful poem, Our Casuarina Tree, which reflects her feelings towards the tree. The tree which is symbolic of the beloved ones who are now blessed with rest, those that are no more. The dear ones meant more than life to the poet. The poet loved her companions and siblings so much. She wants to immortalize the tree beyond her earthly days, like the yew trees of Borrowdale, sanctified and immortalized by William Wordsworth. Just like William Wordsworth, who said that under the branches of the tree, fear, hope, death, decay, skeleton, and time as shadows all lingered. Here, Toru, just like William Wordsworth, she too feels that another tree of this Casuarina lingers those feels like fear, hope, death, decay, and time. All lingered. The author, that is the poet, captures the beauty of the tree in simple verse and wishes in all earnest that the tree will be remembered for love. The tree will be remembered by Toru not for its gigantic appearance or magnificent look, but it will ever be remembered by Toru for love, as the tree symbolizes love. Thus the tree will survive beyond the curse of forgetfulness due to time. The poet feels that even though she is in the state of forgetfulness, she could never forget the tree, and it will ever be fresh in her memories. Dear children, let's see in the next class. Thank you.